So the sales vote for me is if you're doing smart home pay, there's 2 Docusigns that you'll do.
Oh, really?
2 Docusigns.
I didn't know.
Is that after you complete the 3 steps, the one-time password verification, you submit the billing info and you select the offer. You do 3, you have to click the green button, you have to sign the agreement. There's 2 Docusigns. So if you haven't done 2 Docusigns, you're not done yet. Or else it's not gonna get funded. So. Did anyone finance yesterday? Did it get installed?
No, it's getting installed.
Why you guys aren't financing? I told you,
nobody else
workout.
Everybody loves finance, man.
Oh, that's what we
I didn't sell. I actually paid on pages out. Gotta get it, man.
Bye.
Yeah. Wait, we never watched it.
We're watching.
I had a different thought, but I think I changed my thought just recently. I was talking with Lamont last night, and okay, all right. We just got to talking. You know, as me being a few years in, and Lamont being a second year in. The gym is something. I don't know how many of you work out, but the gym is a place that can be directly translated to this job. At no point in the gym should it ever be easy. So like if you get to where you can pick up 25s and it's hard for the first few weeks, right? Then you get to where you can sling them around. You shouldn't be lifting 25s anymore. It should always be hard. You should be on 35s. You should be on 45s. So the struggle is always real every single day. And if you're treating this job like you feel like you're coasting, you feel like it's like, oh man, it's easy again. It's easy. There's something wrong here. That's not. It should never feel like it's easy. This job is hard. It is hard as shit, and that's not a joke. So like, if it ever feels like it's easy, then something's wrong. You either need to be pushing a little bit harder, or you're backpedaling.
Yeah.
100%.
I think like we think it should get easy. Like, oh, I just sold 2 or 3. Like, oh, I got this. And you get slapped in the face, and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, I don't have it." I'm just like, "Mike, is this 5th year for you?"
Yep.
It's like I'm sure every day is like.
Yeah, you think you have it, you start skipping the steps, and you start bagging again, right? Because you start getting lackadaisical on it.
Yeah. Something I remind myself is like, just like the gym is like, if I'm in the gym, I'm there to push weight. If I'm on the doors, like I'm there to knock the doors. And when you're pushing weight, there's a constant resistance against you. It's a physical resistance. When you're on the door, there's like a mental resistance. Like you're like, not sure if I should knock that door, or you're not just giving it all of your energy. You're constantly pushing against that resistance. So sometimes I fall into the mistake of thinking, oh, I've sold a lot, it should be easy now. Never is.
Every day is a new
The job
day.
is to push against the resistance. And that's how you
Every
get
day is
sales.
a new day.
Very good, very good.
Yeah. The weights never get lighter.
Wow.
Alright, I like it.
on.
Corey,
I'm
thankful for it, man.
Honestly, I'm thankful for all the opportunities that come with this job. I'm honestly thankful for the gladiator games. I feel like they really brought us all closer together. It doesn't even feel like working now. It's just like we're having fun every day. So like I really am thankful to like be around you guys all the time. And like everybody's like-minded. Everybody wants to. Everybody has a lot of goals and expectations for themselves, and that's what I want to be around. So, I'm also thankful for my boy Grady as well. Seeing his progression is insane, especially from all the way to South Carolina. So, let's go.
Alright.
Thankful for you, Corey.
Alright, Caleb, you got the pitch.
A Caleb pitch.
Looks like someone's been skipping abs.
Too much balls.
Oh yeah, man, I'm busy. I don't got time.
Oh, that's all right. My name's Caleb. Nice to meet you. I'm in charge of these blue AT signs. You seen them before?
Yeah, I'm not interested. I'm good.
No, that's completely fine. Have you seen these signs before?
Yeah, I had it a long time ago. I'm good.
All right, perfect. Now, I was just here to let you know we're going to be working with Miss Charlie. You know her?
What are you telling?
No, I don't do stuff. I was stopping by. You know Miss Charlie?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I just got finished working with her. I'm just in charge of these blue ADT signs in the neighborhood, so I just didn't want you freaking out if you heard her get installed with our technicians or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, cut to the chase with you. No, super quick. If you guys can keep these this ADT sign out in the yard for us, that way your neighbors start to see all these signs pop up to help us advertise. What I get to do is actually come in and cover the calls with a camera to go up onto your house. Now I see you got the ring right here.
Yeah.
How'd you guys find out about ring?
It actually came with the house.
Oh, all right. And you guys like it?
I haven't. My wife uses it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Does she orders packages a lot, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you use it at all?
No, I don't have it on my phone.
Oh, really? Well, I'll go ahead and show you how ours would work for you. I think your wife will love this. But what we'll go ahead and do is get this camera up over your cars, because obviously that's your truck right there. I've been actually looking for a truck recently. I mean, they're just so expensive, I think I'm going to need to get a new job. But yeah, so we'll definitely get a camera up over the truck. You'll be able to watch it through your cell phone just like this. And I'll show you how to use it, that way you can watch over the house as well.
Okay.
I'm sure the safety of your wife is pretty important to you.
Yeah.
And so we'll get the camera over the truck, like I said. And then just because the cameras can't call anybody if there's an emergency, we pay for a full system to go inside.
Okay.
Have you ever used this system before?
Yeah, like I had it back in the day.
What kind of system did you use?
It was like the hardwire. Like
Hardwire? You guys have a previous system in the home right now?
It was in the old home.
Oh yeah? Did you guys like it over there?
No, we canceled it because our dog set it off all the time.
Oh, your dog. Oh, you guys had like a motion detector in there?
Yeah.
Alright, so now what we do is just a glass break detector. So if your dog's running around the house at night, he won't set it off. It looks just like a smoke detector. I just want to make sure we can cover all the windows in the house. I'll step in real quick and show you what that would look like, and then we'll be able to get everything straight up.
Let's go, Caleb. Good shit.
Detector.
So, yeah, that's fine. That's kind of a good example of what I wanted to talk a little bit about today with you guys. Have you ever heard of stealing somebody's soul?
Stealing someone's soul.
Stealing someone's soul.
Never.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna teach you guys. I want you guys to steal people's souls when you're on the door today. Okay? This is what happens, right? Everyone talks about like, oh my gosh, you guys, the old AT team knocked the same doors for 9 years in a row, and we all think that's crazy, right? Why do you think that we kept selling in those areas?
Because they need it.
Because they need it, and because the guy that came before was a pussy and he sucked at his job.
Yeah.
Right? He was a loser. That guy doesn't even remember him, bro. He's just like, hey, here's the guy slammed the door, right? Because he stole your soul. That's what happens when you guys are getting in these nice areas and people are just slamming the door, because that's what they did to the last 10 other sales reps. And you could literally feel that transfer of energy leave. Like when he says, oh, not interested, and he slams the door and you hang your head, you just gave that guy energy, bro. He's going into his house, he's feeling like an alpha. He's like got his chest up, yeah, I just told that door-to-door kid, bro. I don't want any of the people that knock on your guys' neighborhoods after you to ever get ADT if it's not from you. They're gonna remember that you were in that freaking hood. Because most of the time, if there was 30 guys in an office, maybe Dan, Jackson, and like Austin are the only people, like if you knock behind them, they made sure that that person knew what they were doing in the area. So that's a good example, right? When Caleb says, hey, no worries, I haven't told you what I'm doing yet. Obviously the protection of your wife's important to you. Like, that guy, even if he says no to Caleb, he's gonna go to bed that night and he's gonna be thinking about Caleb and what he said to him. Because that kid was so bold and he was so like forward, he's not gonna forget about it. And you wanna own space in their head. And that's how you get more energy for yourself, right? A good way to do this too is like, no, I'm serious.
Living rent free in there.
Yeah, I want to live, even if they don't buy my system, I want to steal their soul because it gives me energy. I swear to God, yesterday, bro, yesterday, this person, he told me, he's like, oh yeah, no, it's just not a good time. Like, yeah, there's not a good time for a break-in though. Obviously protection of your home's important to you, isn't it? Is there anything more important than that to you? And he like, I could literally feel like he thought it was gonna work, and then he literally saw that it wasn't gonna work at all, and I felt his energy drain. And I absorbed it, and it gave me more energy. And I went to the next door, even more pissed, more. And then like, dude, if you can gather those wins to the day, you become invincible. It's like stealing like their power-ups. Do not let people off the hook. Don't let them off the hook. Like, be forward, be pushing with them, right? I don't want them to literally hate an ADT guy if they don't buy it from you, because you're that freaking persistent and that good at your freaking job. Okay?
You guys think it's like funny, but it's legit.
No,
like,
it's 100% legit.
You'll watch it if you watch people's body language. And like as a testament to this, like Oklahoma knocked our hoods like that we knocked last summer, and another rep called Dylan knocked my hood after me, where I dropped 9 on like 2 streets or something. And he was like, dude, you talk to everyone. And I was like, oh yeah. It's like, and the ones that don't have it are pissed at me. I'm like, oh yeah. Like, they knew what I was, they did not slam the door. Like, I was putting the proverbial foot in that
You do
door.
not get off that door unless they know what you're doing. Unless they understand what you're doing. If you have told them what you're doing out in the neighborhood and they understand it, and you went through your 3 no's, that's fine. But like, I'll literally say stuff to people like, yes, I'm not here to sell you a vacuum, sir. Like, oh, I'm busy right now. Yeah, but this is more important. I'm not here to sell you a vacuum. This is about security. Obviously, protection for your house is your most important thing, right? Okay, this is what we're doing. And dude, you'll literally see them, like, their whole facial expressions, because they thought he was just a punk 19-year-old kid that he like, shoo off of his door. And then he realized that this kid is more of an alpha than him. And then his wife hears a 19-year-old kid talking to him like that. And then his wife's thinking about Caleb, because he's like, wow, my husband's a gym, and this kid's a freaking savage. I wish my freaking husband would have had more bravado than this freaking kid that just knocks on my door. That's the shit I want them thinking about when you guys go home in bed. I want them laying up awake, thinking about, like, holy shit, this kid was so persistent, and he was such a savage, that they get divorced because you were so good at your job. That's the kind of thing we do, right? And like, hey, lean into that. So shout out to Robbie. Robbie, you knocked the door at what time yesterday?
9:30.
9:30, okay? Everyone that was in Robbie's van looked like Robbie, like big dick energy when he came back into the van. Robbie, did you sell that person? Are you selling them today?
Yeah, they're getting installed today.
Shit like that, dude, will change your entire summer. So, I'll give you an example. My relationship with my brother, I'm gonna be the best man at my brother's wedding Saturday, actually. So, I'm leaving tomorrow to go. I'm gonna be the best man at the wedding. But he did this job. He did this job with me. Me and my brother never talked. Like, we fought. He's 11 months older than me. We did not get along at all. My relationship with my brother after this job is way better because he respects me. We were in a competition, and I literally, like, remember it. We were like down like 3 sales, and it was like past 10 o'clock. And everyone's sitting like crying, complaining about it. I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Let's go knock some doors. Dan drove me around, and I got out and knocked on doors with lights. And I got into a house past 10:30, knocked on the door, got inside the house. And like, I tried as hard as I could to sell them. I took off my shoes, I walked right into their house. And like, everyone was inside the van watching me do it. And I got back in, they all looked at me like, holy shit, that was crazy, right? And that's still the peak. That's the best thing I ever did in this job, because I can think back to that moment and be like, wait a second. No, I've done that before. I can do it again, right? It gave me energy, it gave me juice. Same thing with Robbie. I guarantee you Robbie's not gonna quit. I now believe in Robbie because I see that he's willing to do things that are hard. Everyone that was in Robbie's van now has more respect for him, and that gave you energy, Robbie. Even though you didn't have an install yesterday, you ended on a win. You came in, you were happy when you came to the apartment. I see too many of you guys, when you get off the door, your soul is gone because you let somebody take it from you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let somebody take your soul today? Don't fucking let it happen, bro. Do not let them take your soul, okay? Because that's what's happening. They're taking your power, bro. Don't let them do it. And one way you can control this, knock the door every day after 9 o'clock, every single day. Because it's a win that you can control. If it's 8:59, do not go until you knock the door after 9:01. Knock it anyway. Because that's something you can control. Because you told yourself, hey, I'm going to do something. Even if my day sucked all day, but I knocked at 9:01 and I got a quick not interested, I have, like, my pride still intact. Because I'm like, you know what? I didn't quit, and now I ended on a win. Even though I bageled, I came home, I was in a better mood, I ate better because of it because I wasn't depressed. I got up at a better time, I hit my gym routine, I got my studying in, and I got to win just because I controlled what I could control. So that's something that you guys can do. Knock a door after 9 o'clock, because in my mind say, okay, I'm gonna knock until 9 o'clock. Don't let yourself off the hook. Don't stop at 8:59 because you just lied to yourself. You set an expectation and you went a little short. Even if it's 1 minute, still you're losing belief in yourself because you didn't do what you said you were gonna do. Always do one extra, just one more. How many reps am I gonna do? I'm gonna do 12 reps. No, 12, I'm gonna do 13.
Yeah, I do that every time.
Every single time that you do that, you're training your brain that you're a winner. And you're giving yourself self-respect. Hey, I'm not till 9 o'clock, 8:59, oh, she said, Vince, no, one more. 9:01, okay, now I'm done. Bang, then you get a sale right there. Then you really feel like a freaking dog. If you want to get your confidence up, go knock a door past 9 o'clock and sell it. Your confidence will go through the roof. That's probably good for 20, 30 sales on a summer, because now that's a belief about yourself. You now believe in yourself because you did something that you thought was hard and you did it anyway. Ron.
My second one, I knocked out like 9:20.
Okay, so if you give me, rode this thing probably 2 times and I've never touched it again because it tore around his ACL. But yeah, this thing's like $1,000. If you get me a pitch after 9:15, fresh pitch, not hey, oh I thought you talk to your neighbors, hey I'm Ron, I'm with ADT, how are you doing? After 9:15 you sell it, I'll give you that 1 wheel. On recording, past 9:15, fresh pitch, not call back. I'll give you that 1 wheel right there. So yeah, take it serious guys, and don't stop working until past 9 o'clock.
One thing I think
not one more.
One thing that I think you rookies like are kind of leaving on the table is like us van drivers, and one thing that I missed from my rookie season is like every single time, like I don't know who drove the van last summer, but I think Mike drove me a couple times, and like Dan and Jackson. But like I would always be the last to get in the van, and like I didn't care. Like they'd say drop pins, and I would be knocking the whole time while I'm waiting for the van to come, and they'd see me and I'd like keep knocking and like try and get into a house. Like I was a pain in the freaking ass to have in the van, dude. Like just like drop pin, and then I'd be like halfway up the street, like yep, I'm still knocking, and they're like, alright, drop a new pin, and I'm trying to get in the house before the van comes. Like hey, like I'm trying to get in that house. And like something I think like I drive and do pickup, and like you guys are sitting on the curb, you're waiting, you're on a phone call to a friend or something like that. I'm like, guys, like you could be getting a sale, like you could be knocking, you could be setting an appointment for tomorrow. Like don't quit until literally like I'm calling you, like hey, where are you at? I need a new pin, and then text me in a home, and they're like, okay, sick. Like I just think you guys are leaving it on the table. So keep knocking really hard, and don't be scared of knocking after dark. Like they're just sitting watching Netflix. Protecting their home and family is way more important than like another episode of whatever, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So
Quick tips. Quick tips for pitching after like 9. Like, are you saying the same exact thing?
Hey, sorry I'm late. You're gonna be my last one. My boss is making me out here until I can get 1 more done. It is kind of important, and I'll turn my screen brightness all the way up on my iPad.
acknowledge it, just push through. Like it's the confidence. I say, hey,
It's just a smoke screen, just like everything
my
else.
boss is a
Don't forget
rookie.
about it.
Keeps me out here late if I don't get one. Had a slow day. I'm sure your day's been slow too. I'll keep it quick for you. Boom.
I'll tell you one, used to be my last one, so I don't want to buy this buying a used car. We're just gonna pay for everything. So you get 1 more. So yeah, but that's what I was gonna go back into, because I think that those little moments, guys, like that's what you're not gonna remember if you made $20,000 or $30,000. What you will remember is those character defining moments, and you can run into those every single day. So like that example, like when we were in the competition, like my brother now sees me completely different. He doesn't try and like little bro me or anything like that. Like he now has respect for me, and we have a way better relationship. And I truly believe it's because of that one summer that we knocked door together. And he saw that I was willing to work and do things. Yeah, and now he asked me to be like the best man at his wedding. And we really never even talked, right? And I genuinely believe it was because of like the summer doing this job. And yeah, and just having that self-respect. So that's what I want you guys to all have, those experiences that you can pull off. Because it's kind of cool, guys. Society, they don't really like door-to-door salesmen. Like lean into that even more. Because the reason they don't like it is because it would make them uncomfortable. It's something that they're not willing to do because they're a loser, and they try to avoid any sort of conflict their entire life, right? If you want to be successful, you need to run towards it. And that's what they hate, because they don't like seeing people be successful, right? You talk to any like successful business person and tell you to do door-to-door sales, their respect for you is going to go way up, because they inherently know that it's something that's hard. So lean into that, be that freaking pest. Get yelled at, dude. If you get the cops called you at 9:30 from knocking the doors, I'll be proud of you. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Yeah, I'll make sure that he gets out of here. We'll fire him. And then I'll get you in the van, I'll give you a big hug, right? And celebrate you. Because that's what makes animals. That's what's gonna hit you guys those hard numbers. So in your hood, make sure, always be respectful, right? Always be respectful with people, but be persistent and push yourselves. Because that's what we're here to do. So
Get some divorces.
that's my training, but we can watch the
That's fire.
Divorce is key.
Porky with the chin.
make